Welcome to Discussing Dad Life, where we break down bullshit so you don't have to. I'm Void, this is No, and let's go.
Welcome to Wellspring Wednesdays. So I'm going to issue a correction for the Monday episode. After we got done filming it, got a notification on my phone that DeSantis dropped out of the 2024 presidential race and has endorsed Trump. His end comes as anticipated. His campaign was kind of crappy, and they did a horrible job. His campaign staff did. I'm hoping he can fix himself up and do better in politics going forward. But let's see how that one turns out. So for this Wellspring Wednesday, I wanted to talk about kids acting grown up. Okay, so and what I mean by that is children. Sorry, that's bothering me. So let me just fix it. Children like to think that they're more grown up than they actually are, right? And while that, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Teaches responsibility, gets them prepared to be an adult. At the same time, they are still children. And we know as adults that the simplest time in life is when you're a child. Leaving high school, starting college, getting a career, doing whatever you're doing after high school comes with its own downfalls. Things that you have to, you're responsible for yourself. You need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And then you throw in having children or getting in a relationship and then having children, then the responsibilities of life really overtake everything else you need to do, right? So I think this is a worthwhile conversation to have, which is how to let your children enjoy their childhood, right? Because once it's done, it's done. They're never getting it back. And what I've done is I pulled up an article. It's called, it's from the Reading Chronicle, and it's titled 9 Ways to Encourage Preteen Children to Stop Trying to Be So Grown Up, right? Number 1 on their list is encourage them to play. They stress the play develops many valuable skills. Whatever the age of the child, it reduces stress and increases attachment and creates memories. Kids all ages really benefit from it, she says. And no matter how old the child is, play is great. Is a great way to have fun, relax, and exercise. It is also essential to good mental health. Remind children how important play is to their well-being, and although they may associate conventional forms of play with younger children, let them know that there are many ways older children can play and reap the benefits. The second thing, help them enjoy playing with the right toys or games. Anything with a tech element is cool, says Gummer, and tween-age children might like playing family games that are an older role model would enjoy playing with them. Using someone that kids look up to model playful behavior will encourage them to play more. They also suggest that parents ask children what they enjoy doing. They may enjoy playing a sport or an instrument, or they may be interested in art. Whatever they enjoy, remind them that taking regular time to do it is important for them and their well-being, and they shouldn't feel embarrassed or pressured to stop doing what they love just because they're getting older. That's actually good points. I've been trying to encourage my older son to do more sports. He did wrestling, and he did amazing in it. He seemed to really enjoy it. I think he wants to do basketball. Is that still true? No? You can do track and field? Yeah? Yeah. So sports is definitely a great way for preteens and teens to get the exercise and build and release some anxiety and some stress and everything. Show them that play is not just for kids. This is number 4. Remind children play is important for adults too, and enjoy play-related activities as a family. You can invite friends and family to your own mini Olympics. Set up a gaming tournament on your game of your choice, like Minecraft or FIFA. Dig out your favorite board game and have a family game night. Or if it's a warm day, have a water fight in the garden. After the year we've all had, and many families have been stuck indoors for months, right? So this was written back during COVID, just FYI. And I do encourage that. The other day we went out and we were playing Monopoly. I still go over to my sister's and we try to play games over there. And then if the kids want to play, that's great. If not, then they go and run around and do whatever they want to do, play in their cousin's room and whatnot. So, sorry. don't use growing up as a praise. I kind of disagree with this one, because you should praise the responsibility that they're demonstrating, right? Because this will help them out when they are adults. But at the same time, I understand why they're saying don't use it as a praise, because if you're trying to encourage them to play, they might view that as I have responsibilities and I can't play. And so this one's kind of a double-edged sword, I think. What they say is that there's a tendency to say things to younger children like, that's so grown up, you're just such a big boy or girl, as praise. Kids always want to be older than they are, and there's a lot of aspirational stuff around about doing things early. There's lots of upward pressure, and anything parents can do to fight back against that, not by using growing up as a form of praise or incentive. And see, I disagree with this one, like I said already. And the main reason why is because, let's say you're potty training. You have a 2-year-old that you're potty training, right? And they're doing well at actually using the toilet. You should praise them like, hey, good job. You were growing up. You're such a big boy or a big girl, right? I don't think that's actually a bad praise, personally. But if you're doing this and then it's costing them the time that they want to do with playing, like they spend more time cleaning their room than they do actually going outside and enjoying the sunshine and throwing mud balls at each other or whatever, that might be an issue. So there's always a yin and a yang, right? Number 6, remind children you're there for them. Parents should remind children that just because they're getting older doesn't mean that they have to deal with things on their own. Have open conversations with them and tell them you're still there to support them, right? That's actually really good advice. I also am a proponent of letting them struggle through it on their own a little bit, right? Because failure and struggles actually define characters a lot more than you stepping in and taking care of it for them. If you do that, then they're not going to be developing the skills that they need to do to figure out how to adult appropriately, I guess, right? So again, it's a yin and a yang. I think anything, like everything else in life, it's all about balance, right? Let them go and try doing it on their own, and just remind them that if they need you, that you're there for them. But I wouldn't step in and just do it for them, right? So there's a difference. 8, say it's okay to be different. If your child's worried they aren't like other children their age, remind them there's nothing wrong with being different. Encourage them to try not to compare themselves to others. Who advises Gary, who suggests writing down what they like about themselves could help them feel better, right? So this kind of deals with a little bit of self-esteem. I'm not a big fan of self-esteem. I don't think you need to have a positive or a negative self-esteem. I actually think you should have no self-esteem. That's just me personally, because it's kind of hard to get there, though, because people want to feel good about themselves. But most people don't feel good about themselves. They feel negative about themselves, which is, in my book, sad. You are who you are. Accept it and do the best you can and leave a positive mark on the world. That's my stance on this. However, I do like the fact that they're saying it's okay to be different, right? Everyone is different. No human is exactly the same. You're going to have similar interests as other people, but you're never going to be 100% like someone else. And that's okay. And you shouldn't be. 9, give them more age-appropriate freedom. Tween-age children will want to see more grown-up if they're fighting to get trust and independence. The kids that are getting that trust and freedom are likely to be more accepting of staying children in other ways. They're more comfortable in their own skin, so they're less likely to be cool or try to be cool. Yes, I don't disagree with this. However, keep in mind that they're children, and it needs to be age appropriate, like they said, right? You can't let a 2-year-old tell you whatever. Very bad decisions can be made as children, and we don't want children to make bad decisions. You should encourage them to make their own decisions, and when they make poor decisions, encourage them to make more appropriate decisions, right? I think that can be done at pretty much at any age, is allowing them to make decisions, and as they grow older, more important decisions. Johnny Boyd and I had covered this before, where I'm a very big proponent of knowing what the outcome I want to have happen and giving my children the freedom in order to achieve that outcome. And sometimes it's a choice. It's a false choice where either choice is going to get them to where they need to be. So, it is what it is. Tune in for Friday. Daughter sent me a few things she thought react worthy, so I'm going to take a look at those and then we'll do some reactions on that. Keep in mind, 2024 is a presidential election. We have a lot of important elections coming up in November, and the reason why this is important for parents and the reason why I spend so much time on politics is because politics, especially right now with the federal government being overblown as it is, directly affect how things are going to happen with your children. With Nikki Haley being basically the second choice now behind Trump, and Nikki Haley being a huge proponent of going to war and sending our children overseas to die, and me having a child that's going to be 18, close to the end of her first term, is something I'm concerned about, and I think most parents should be paying attention to what their political leaders are trying to do. I do not want my child fighting for a corrupt government and profiting millions of dollars for these war companies that just want to kill people. That's not cool. I don't want that for my son. So, yeah, that's the reason why politics is important. That's the reason why we cover that on Wellspring or Main Event Mondays. All right, tune in Friday. Till then, peace. Thank you for watching. Please give us a like, share, and subscribe. Till then, peace.